battery's done. I'll be right back. I had to go get another battery for this drill. D-pads suck. Fucking motherfuckers keep sliding on me. Alright, another piece in. Wood. Here. Look. Ah! Fuck, is my battery died? What the fuck, man? I just pulled this out the charger. Fuck. That's why I couldn't fucking get any force. It's fucking dead. And I just put the battery that was in here in the charger. Let me go see if I got another drill. I don't know if this battery will fit in here, but it should. It looks about the same. Oh, you motherfucker, dude. It's too wide. Fucking dead. Is that thing? No. Oh, yeah, it's dead. I gotta get that all the way down. Does this come off? I don't think this does. This is all. This is a saw. This is a hand saw. Let me go see if there's like another drill I didn't see or. Fucking A, dude. Go through this on the charger too. That's okay. I can do the installation while that's charging. And then I'm gonna have to drill that down even more, but I'm not putting plywood over the back here until next week. So, and actually that circular saw, the mini one that I just pulled out, that's how I'm gonna cut the insulation. So like this. How does shit even open? This all out of here. Sun's coming up. Finally, when I'm almost done, sun comes up. Alright. So I don't have anything to cut this on, so my plan was just to stick it in the van and cut it out the back of it. If I can get it to fucking stay. You just cut the tips of these, I'm guessing? Great, I gotta go get scissors. This is not to stay. Just bear with me so I can get this all set up. I gotta vacuum all the dust out of here first, in between. Just bear with me. I wasn't planning on doing this project till I finished doing all my side handling and stuff, but I can't do any more base wood on the side of the van without the drill. So I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna clean all this out of here real quick. This stupid insulation fucking blowing around. It won't stay up. Can you fucking like stop? It's like floating away on me. Jesus Christ, dude. Alright, so how's this turn on? Exactly. Oh, well, I mean, it would help if you had a battery at first. Where's the safety button on this? How do you get this guardrail to... Oh, okay, so this turns like that. So how the fuck do you get it to stay up? Who's like... Unlock? Wait, so I have to hold 3 buttons at one time to lift the thing? How the fuck do you get this? Hold on, she knows how to, she used this, I haven't used this yet. Alright, I got it figured out. So yeah, I was right. I have to hold fucking 3 things down at once to get this fucking thing started. So once you get it set down, this is very fucking dangerous, dude. I feel like this should still lock, like this spinning thing, like it's fucking dangerous. Like, their safety precautions make it even more dangerous. Like if it was just you push the trigger down while you're trying to, because I'm gonna need my other hand to hold the fucking thing firm so I can cut it. That's bullshit. My other circular saw is gonna be a little bit too big, I think, for this insulation board. So I brought these clamps. Maybe I can clamp it to something. Alright, let's put these over here. Need that. Let's get this set up real quick. Oh, okay, it works. Alright, that works. This is special insulation, like adhesive that will glue it to the van, but I gotta back to the van. Can you stop coming out? Alright. So I don't need a put on that. This should be plenty good enough. Clean up this garage door, dude. Good lord. I gotta vacuum the van real quick. Okay. I don't want to, like, you know, trap a bunch of sawdust and stuff under the insulation. Whatever can come up, I want to get up. I'm going to move you guys back to the front of the van, because I'm about to get all up in here. Fucking keep hitting my head on the ceiling. That's fun. Alright. That's it. Let's get this out of here. Alright, please no problems with the vacuum, please no problems. I've had enough fucking trouble with shit. This shit's blowing. It's not sucking, it's fucking blowing. Let's go down here. I'm like, why is everything flying away from the sun? out the front of the van later when I don't need daylight. This is going to be a bitch to cut. I'm just saying that in advance. Where do I put my pencil? Alright. I guess let's start up the front of the van. Listen, you bitch ass fucking foam board. I'm gonna cut it in half. So I don't have to deal with this motherfucker falling over every 2 seconds. Get in the goddamn van. Stop fucking falling over. Jesus Christ. Alright. By 1'2". 4'6" by 1'2". That's a long ways. So let's do the width first. Did I say 1'2"? It's right there. What was it? God damn it, my fucking brain. Four 4'7". Alright, so 4'7". Okay. Double check. 1'2". Alright, got it. First piece of insulation going on. This doesn't work, or this is like overkill, I'll just use scissors. I think scissors will cut right through this thing, or if I can find a box cutter. We'll see. First thing, take the cut. Let's go this way. Man, they really make this thing such a pain in the ass, don't they? Where's the fucking lines that I drew? Oh, they're all the way up there. Fuck, I'm way out of line here. This thing's such a pain in the ass. What the fucking re-vacuum again, dude. I think I'm just gonna use scissors after this. This thing's like overkill, dude. I'm gonna end up fucking cutting the shit out of myself. I can only cut this in here because of the wind. And now I got fucking dust all over the place. You know what? Fuck it, because the way I look at it is, it's insulation dust, and it's going to come off of here anyways when I put this in. I'm going to put the foil part on the inside. That's fine. I could just cut a little piece with scissors to fit right in there. So that looks like right there. Let me go get scissors because one of two things are going to end up happening. I'm going to end up fucking cutting myself with that saw because there's not anything hard to cut. I'm going to go right through and cut fucking fingers, or it's going to continue cutting like that. Actually, I have a better idea. I'm just going to spray foam in between the gap, and then that will help kind of glue it in. And then whatever spray foam goes over the wood, I'll just cut it even with this. You'll see why I had to go with 1/4 inch. Because anything bigger would have been protruding over this base wood. So yeah, we'll just use spray foam. I think before I do the spray foam, I need to actually sink this into the floor. So screws on like that. Easy enough. Got my spray foam ready. I got the perfect insulation here for the floors. But I'm probably going to end up needing more than just this one. I'm probably going to have to at least get a... I wish you could just buy half of one of those, but whatever's extra, I can use it with other things. So let's go ahead and dress this up. I'm just going to go all the way down with this. So that'll be perfect. Just enough to tack it in there. Just go zigzag in and out. Stuff is very strong. I don't know how long it takes to dry though. There's going to be extra coming out now. Fuck, shit's bro, how much more? Get a fucking seat out of here. God damn, dude. How do you stop the fucking shit from coming out when you're done with it? Because this shit's pulled all the way back. Alright. That should be. Alright, let's get it in there. So now I'll walk on it. Alright, that's in there. Alright. you know what, before I fucking go crazy with this, I'm gonna put on at least one glove. So I'll get the shit on me. I won't scrape them on my hands. Yeah, I think the spray foam was probably a good idea because it'll help seal this board into place so it won't ever pop out while I'm driving or something. What I'll do is any excess of it, I'll scrape off. I need like an old broom I just wiped it off on. Smooth that down in there. Fucking weirdest texture I've ever seen in my life. Here, we'll go over this way with it. I don't know how long that shit takes to dry, but you know what I was also thinking? Maybe going under each rivet with it. You know, like the little spaces in between the wood underneath. To give it just like some extra insulation. I mean, this is what spray foam is for. It's what it was intended for. Go around the bolts too. This is what it was for. Add that in there. Oh shit. There's like no place to set anything because these floors are fucking whack. Alright, next one will look a little nicer. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm doing things here. I just want to get all this extra shit out here, but I think putting it down in between the holes as well gonna help insulate things in here a lot better because, you know, obviously the cold air can come from under the van and just go through the fucking under the wood through the holes and then up into the plywood. So it's probably not a bad idea what I'm doing. It can't hurt anything. We'll find out if it makes a difference. Fuck, I got some of my scissors. It really bubbles up here. It's still very wet. I'm trying to just get this even. I'll probably have to wait till it dries before I can smooth it out. I'll have to wait till I can, you know, go through with the chisel and scrape it off. I definitely don't want it taller than the wood. It's starting to get a little bit harder. I did a lot down there. That filled in pretty nice. I think it'll definitely help keep that foam board locked into place though. And like I said, oh shit, let's not step it. I think I need to finish doing the holes, the rivets. Fuck. Shit's very fucking sticky. I got a little on my pinky. Well, this paint scraper's probably gonna be fucking fried when I'm done with this. Told you I need to make sure this van is insulated and every hole that shit can come up through as much as I can physically do, because I don't think you all understand some of the weather conditions that this van's going to end up in is not going to be pleasant or warm. It's going to be very cold. Negative 20 at times, maybe below that. Depends what time of the year it is. Shit, I got some of that stuff on my Crocs. Alright, it's kind of set. It's starting to set in just a little bit. Alright, now let's try and do this differently this time. This saw was getting like stuff all over the fucking place. So this is going to be about the same length. I'm not going all the way because I'm going to have to like do a weird cut for the end there. I might just scrape them under the plywood I put in over in the corners. So 4'8". What is the width of this? Because I had to do everything different. This is just going to be it's almost 1 foot. Alright, so 4'8". Straighten out. other one is just slightly below 1. So the other one can go right here. So I guess we'll cut it first. And the scissors is gonna be too slow, and the fucking other things are gonna be too fast. There's gotta be an easier way to cut this shit. Let me go see if I have a box cutter in the garage. I'll be right back. These scissors are gonna take fucking forever. Perfect tool for this in my RV. It's about that way. That insulation is very fucking sticky. Still coming on this side. Because the wood's on a slight angle. That's what the problem is. It's in on this side. But then I gotta cut out. Alright, let's just do this. Let's just slide it in here. And then I'll scrape them whatever is like not in all the way. Alright, now we got it in there. Except I think I got a piece of spray. This guy. Alright, now I got fucking spray foam all over me and my clothes. Listen, bitch, I am so fucking over this wind. I am so fucking tired of it today. Fucking has to be the windiest day on one of my days off, doesn't it? Has to be the windiest. Alright, can we fucking stop? Jesus Christ, dude, this wind. It's horrible. Like, go fucking somewhere else. Go to Florida. I left Florida to not have to deal with the fucking stupid ass wind. Alright. Oh. Should just go right in here. Why the fuck did I have to put this here? I'm not still doing this. Listen, bitch. It's my least favorite fucking thing to do today. this side. Alright, that one's in. We're good for now. Let's see. I'm curious how this is going to come out. So there's no nails or screws or anything holding the foam in. It's just got to be covered up with the plywood. And that sealant should seal it down pretty good to the van frame. I'll throw all these away except for this bigger pieces. Let's let that sit for a second, make sure it comes out alright before I do the other one. This first one feels like it's really tight, this one's still kind of loose, but it's probably just because it's still dry. Alright, so what I'd like to do is cut this board off right here. These are all going to be the same length going that way. So I already know the length going this way is going to be the same. It's so much easier to cut it on like a flat surface. Actually, this piece might be better too thick. That thing just really can't help itself from falling over. Kind of, it's got to fall over whenever it can. This bigger piece of plywood. Can you just fucking stay flat on the ground? Like, god damn it, dude. Shit's got a fucking spray film on it already. Almost got it. There we go. seems to be. Oh shit, I could just vacuum over all this when it's in. Hang around with it right now. Alright, so this fits. I do want to go with one more whenever my drill's done. I'm going to go with one more anchor screw right here, because this one is, remember this one was stripped earlier? And I was like, well, maybe I don't need to worry about it because everything will be locked into each other, but I don't want to risk building everything on top of this, and then whenever I walk in the van right in the center, I have to feel, you know, none of the other ones move when you step on them. This is the only one that does, so I'll just go with one more screw down there. Alright, my favorite part. Spray foam. I think this spray foam can's about fucking spent. Perfect. Plenty of room for it down here. This little hole. that's done. Shit all over my hands. Gotta stand up for a second. This van is not meant to fucking be in a crouch position for that long. So I'll either be laying down in it or sitting down in it. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Yeah, so I know it's gonna rise, it's gonna spray foam dust. When it's done, I'm going over it with a sharp tool that is going to just slice it all the way down. So that's what we'll be doing whenever, probably tomorrow. Let's try. It's really the only way to do it. Because I did smooth it all out, it continued to rise, so spray foam. But tomorrow I'll have a sharper tool than this. We'll just be able to cut right through all of it, kind of like this, without ripping it up. It's still very wet, sticky. You can probably use that X-Acto knife too. Bleeds long enough. Just cut it once it's dried. It's too wet right now. At the bottom of it, it's very wet. Kind of dry in the top, but see, all this will just be sliced off tomorrow and run even with this. I think I'm gonna go with I think I'm going to go with 1/2-inch plywood just to give myself more stability. It's only 1/4 of an inch more I'm going to lose from sealing the floor height, but at the end of the day, I think it'll feel a lot more stable and comfortable. I was just going to go 1/4-inch plywood, which is the same thickness as everything that's in here right now. I think I'll just go with 1/2 inch. The paneling is going to be very thin, so I'm not going to really, the sides aren't going to stick out all that much. It's very thin paneling. The sheet paneling I picked out, they're very thin strips of wood, and those will just be screwed in or I might even nail gun them in, actually, if they're thin enough. With a very small nail that will not be noticeable. And then when those are in, we'll be able to stain it. Stain all the wood. Not looking forward to that day being locked in here with fucking fumes of that shit. I would do it before I put it in the van, but I don't really have a place to keep it and let it sit out of the elements. At least when I do it on the walls in the van, you know, it's going to stay dry in here. Fucking rains every day here now. So I'm gonna have to get more insulation on Thursday because this is not gonna be enough to finish everything. Because as you can see, when I turn it this way, it's too short, and then this way, it's still too short on the ends, and I have to do there 1, 2, 3, 4 more places. So 2 of these, I only bought 1 because I didn't know, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to buy too much. But this was about like $20 for one of these sheets. So I'll probably end up going through another half of one. And then I think what I'll do is I'll use this one for the back space here, and then to fill in whatever gaps I gotta fill in, to cut pieces out of, I'll use this. Should be good enough. So we got those 3 in, and then we just basically really have 3 more, but the back space is just gonna kind of have to be cut kind of funny to the edge. Because the plywood's gonna go from, well, one sheet's going to start from here and go all the way forward, but then I have to do like a small cut with the plywood and cover the back piece as well. I want the floor to be level. I can't believe that drill battery was fucking dead, man. That thing's been plugged in there for a long time. But the battery charger wasn't fucking plugged into an on power strip, so it never charged. So I'll be working on this again tomorrow after I run my errand in the morning. Everything should be charged by tomorrow. I'm going to throw the second battery on the charger once the first battery is fully charged. So I'll have 2 batteries. But all I have to do tomorrow is install the base paneling on this side of the van, which there's really only 3 pieces, but 2 of them are being bolted in. Sorry, not bolted, screwed in. And then the other one on this side has to be with the other sealant I bought, the marine sealant. It has to be glued into the side of the van, along with another one here, and then one in the back, to where I have to make sure it's level to that part of the van. I might end up cutting it into 3 different pieces. So I'll cut it here and here and just do 3 smaller pieces so it's less weight. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it tomorrow. Either way, I gotta put that in there, and I'm thinking that I'll probably just save that, because I'm not gonna finish the insulation until I get another board anyways, and this isn't gonna finish it, so I think I'm gonna save this piece because it's kind of awkwardly cut now. I'm gonna save this to fill in the gaps once I get another one. I'll get another piece, and 1, 2, 3. And then I gotta do like one small little strip up front on the other side of the other piece of wood. But let's see how this turns out tomorrow. I want to make sure this turns out good before I go doing more anyways. I'm gonna cut that down tomorrow. The spray foam, I'm gonna slice it down to even, and we'll make sure that those are in good enough to come out. Then if all is good, then we'll just keep doing it the same way. And I got more insulation. I gotta get other insulation too. I gotta get, this coming week, I'm gonna mostly be buying the plywood, the 1/2 inch plywood. Now that I know I'm gonna need probably at least 2 sheets of plywood for the back here. And then I'd like to get either board foam or the cotton candy looking foam to put up in between these bases here on both side walls. And I gotta run my electrical next weekend, and we'll finish the floors, get the floors done. I just gotta get some good measurements of the floor off of that rubber mat that was in here, and my friend's gonna help cut all that down for me. I don't have a table saw still. So the less money I have to spend on tools, the more money I have to buy materials. So I will say this, I did find a bunch of 2x4s in the garage, and they're free to use. This one's split, but the other ones are good. And I'm gonna be able to use these to build my furniture in here, like use this for you know, the other pieces for like the legs of the bed. So there's going to be another piece of basswood here, and what's going to happen is the framing for the bed, it's going to bolt into, well, it would actually stick out to about here, but it's going to be bolted in to the side of that basswood along there, and then the other basswood will be bolted in down there, connected to the cabinet coming out, or it might just be bolted into the floor right here. We'll see. I won't know how that's going to be designed until I get to it, see what I'm working with in here. I have an idea of how everything's going to go, but yeah, I got like about 6 pieces of 2x4 in there, so I should be able to use it for some of the cabinets and the bed. Starting to foam up here. See how that just kind of, I mean, I'm not really trying, but it'll come right out on the top. Alright, all this can go in the trash. Save any excess insulation for now, like any small pieces that are still straight like this. For the little corners, tiny pieces, like I did in that corner to make one big piece. And I think now for next week when I finish the insulation, I'm gonna try and find a better fucking tool to cut that thing with. Like ideally it would be nice to have a table saw for that, because then you could just get one nice straight line with it. So maybe when she does my plywood, I'll ask her to cut these last 3 pieces for me on the new sheet that I buy. Fucking legs are killing me. Alright, this spray foam is done. Can's empty. Yeah, to give you guys an idea real quick. Oh, fuck. I don't want to set anything down on that right now. These all came out nice and flush. So the panel will just, be stacked all the way down. These all are nice and flush. Idea, but I don't really think it's necessary. It's just gonna add weight. I think it's just gonna add unnecessary weight, but I thought about connecting these from behind. Maybe I still might do it, and I'll explain why in a second. At least to here, like do it from where the front of the bed's gonna be to the front of the van. Maybe lower it about right here. And the reason being is when I have my cabinets in here, I was planning on being able to screw into these pieces, but it might be nice to have more to screw into. So if I put this behind this, it'll add more structure to these three, and it'll kind of help distribute the weight of the cabinets evenly, and then I can do more bolts from the cabinets into this piece of wood right here behind, which I think so I gotta go buy probably a couple more pieces of those in the 10 foot so I can cut them to length, but I'm thinking about doing that. Unfortunately my drill's dead right now and still charging, but I don't have the right screws I would need to do that anyways. I don't want to use these big thick bolts or the bolt looking ones. I think I'd want to go with maybe like an inch screw, because it's just going wood to wood, it's not going in the metal. So anyways, we'll finish this up tomorrow. Everything's almost done actually for the base. Like I said, just a few pieces here, one piece here, and then the one piece on the ceiling, and then it's done. We're done with all the base wood. Anything I add after that's just extra credit. To buy any more of the base wood because I didn't realize I had two longer pieces here. There's no measurements on any of these, so I'm assuming these were extra cuts that she had made. She just cut, it looks like the 10, she cut the 10 foot in half. So these might actually be long enough to do what I wanted to do with the siding. And it would fit perfectly because I could still insulate behind it and there's room for insulation. So I think I will, now that I have extra wood. Because none of this is going on the floor. The floors are done. Essentially the truss and knot wall is done except for right here. And then the other measured out wood is in the garage right now, but these are also smaller pieces. I might be able to actually put one more of these pieces back here. I gotta check and see where the door shuts at, but I might put one right here just for the lip of the plywood. how far it's going to go. Or I may not even need to. I don't know. We'll find a use for this. If not, it'll go to the cabinets. So I got 2 longer pieces and 1 semi-long piece. I gotta measure them, but sure, they should fit over there. Might ask, why aren't you doing the sealant tonight? Well, because I want to do it when I come back, when I know I'm not driving for over 24 hours from when I do it. And I want to be able to, I have, I don't know if you've seen it, but I have these clamps, and I'm going to clamp them down to something to keep them nice and tight. And if I drive, it might jolt it and make it pop out. And the drive I have to do tomorrow morning is a very bumpy drive. Fuck it up and it comes out, that sealant is going to permanently be stuck to that wood, and you're not going to be able to reuse that wood to do the same thing again. Get all new cuts of wood. Let me go put all of this in the garage. So I'm putting it all in one place so it's easy to find tomorrow. The good news is I had 2 days off. So it looks like these are probably the pieces that are supposed to go maybe over here. Where does it go here? Does it go here? This might be this piece, and then this is 34 and a half. They're both 34 and a half. You know what? I bet you I used the wrong fucking one right here. Alright, anyways. And then there will be one more going right here tomorrow. A bigger one. Which is going to get glued to the ceiling. Alright. That all picked up. It looks good. Got a lot done today, that's for damn sure. And probably the third week will be starting the wall paneling. Those are only 21 a sheet for the wall paneling, and I'll probably need 3 to 4 sheets. Maybe just 3. I'll start off with 3. If I need another one, I'll get one. I thought about a 4th one because eventually I'm going to use the same paneling on the doors where the black plastic pieces are. That I'm taking that out. I'm going to just repaint the inside of the door white and then go on top of the repainted door with the wood paneling and just kind of shape out the door. So next week, one more time, we're gonna get more insulation, 1/4 inch, to finish the floors off. We gotta get cotton candy insulation and possibly some board foam for the walls. I may not even need to use board foam. I could just probably get more spray foam because that stuff seemed to work pretty good for inside the holes of the rivets and filling in the gaps. And then 2 sheets of 1/2 inch plywood for the floors. I might go ahead and just get 3 of those, just to have an extra one. Like I said, worst case scenario, if I have an extra 1/2 inch sheet of plywood, then I can use it for my bed, because there's going to have to be like a flat surface for where the mattress goes on, so I could still use it for that. So I wanted to go a 1/4 inch for the bed, but I can use 1/2 inch, it's fine. So maybe I'll just get all 3 the same, keep it simple. But here I'll move you guys around the van so you can get a better view of whatever thing we did today. Oh great, how much of this did you guys miss? I didn't realize that my fucking 20% battery notification's on. Now it's at 10%. How much did you guys miss? This stupid ass notification up. Alright, so this is what we did today. We got all of those done on the wall. We got the ceiling done, except for the one piece that has to go in the back. We got the floors, we got the base down for all of the floors, and we started on the insulation. Wait, what do you mean we didn't? You didn't hear what I was saying? Or, I don't know, when I came to my phone and looked at the screen, there was a notification telling me my phone was about to die, and now it's at 10%. I had no idea. I wasn't looking at the phone, I was cleaning up. So tomorrow, I'll repeat again just in case. Tomorrow we'll be finishing this wall over here with the base. We'll be hanging that last piece of wood in the back. Oh, you didn't? Okay, well, that's good to know. At least when that notification comes up, at least it doesn't fucking cut my stream off. So we'll finish that, and then we'll be done until I can buy more materials next Thursday. And then obviously we'll finish this out, because I want to do like these 2 spots were weird because of that fucking thing right there. I couldn't go all the way to the wall, so obviously with the scrap I'm gonna have to go in those spaces and fill those in. But at least with this one right here, I'd prefer to get a new board of insulation so I could just cut it from here all the way to the wall so it's one piece. I really don't want to break these up into multiple pieces, but I don't have to. I had to like work some magic around the tire right there. Same thing with that one. That could just be a straight piece. That could be a straight piece. And then this is going to be a very small straight piece that goes from here all the way down. You see all the random bolts I added today to cover in the holes? Yeah, I mean, you would think that the handsaw thing would work, right? The cut insulation, but it turned out that the insulation is too easy to cut for that fucking thing. It was like taking a fucking shotgun to fucking blow up a mouse. It was too much, and I probably would have ended up cutting through the goddamn thing and cutting myself or something. But it's starting to look good in here, guys. I think we did get a lot done today, and we'll get more done tomorrow. I gotta run an errand tomorrow morning. I should be back around 2 o'clock. Even if I get back by 3 o'clock, that will be enough time to throw... I'll do the marine sealant base wood first. We'll do the marine sealant first, which is pretty much all of it. But remember, I have to fix... Wait, where is it? I have to add another screw tomorrow here when my screwdriver has batteries, and then I also have to fix, I think... Or was it just this one? I don't know. When I climb in there tomorrow, I'll step on them and see, but I know this one's got to get... However, I will say the spray foam made it not fucking push down anymore, so the spray foam kind of helped seal that wood in as well. But this is the very first... I'd say for the first day actually building inside the van, we got a lot done. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be small, but I will say it's wider. I have more space from wall to wall than a Dodge Sprinter van does. It's exactly 6 feet from the middle of each wall to the other middle of the wall. 6 feet across, and I'm only 5'8". So that's why I said I can have my bed long ways, which will actually save me a lot of space up here. Like, I'll have more room. Because if I had to have my bed set up like a couch, that would come all the way out to probably there. But instead I can just leave the bed in the back, have plenty enough space to stretch out, and be comfortable. And then my dog will have, you know, some room underneath the bed too, with her bed under it. However, my dog more than likely will be sleeping in my bed every night with me, because she sleeps in the bed with me. And it'll be close to a full-size bed, so she should be able to fit. But her bed's just more like her own little space to go into when I'm not here, or if we're traveling and driving, she'll have her own bed to go in. So I definitely want to get her own space, so that's why I could have used her space for storage, but I'm saving it for her. So I'll have less storage, but dog needs her own bed and space where she's not out in the middle of the floor and in the way. Can I lay down? I mean, yeah, I guess I vacuumed it. But, oh shit, I better hurry up because my phone is at 5%. My shit's gonna die. I'll probably just go do another game stream, so I'll be live again, but not from my phone. This fucking phone battery is starting to get worse and worse and worse. Oh, I don't want to lay my head that way. It's fucking nasty over there still. There's like, you know what's in that corner? It's oil. It's fucking oil. That's what's there. Ugh. See? I'm fully stretched out, both legs and everything. And there's actually less space at the bottom than there is in the middle. See how much further the middle goes out? So if I was laying up halfway up the wall where the bed is, there would be more room. But even at the ground level, I can fully stretch out. So, plenty of room in here. Yep, no, I was fully stretched out. And like I said, more toward, I'm going to be higher up in the bed and then the middle of the wall. I'm building the bed where the van is at its widest, which is the middle. You see how it bubbles out? Kind of bubbles out at the sides. So So I'm not putting in the walls where the bed is. I'm going to leave those inlets on both sides in the back where the bed's going from wall to wall. The wall paneling it's going to have like a little window cut out where the window's going in that back wall right there. And then the wall paneling's coming from the front of the bed all the way down behind the cabinets. And then same thing on that side, in front of the bed over. So I will have the same amount of space. I'm doing that on purpose. So that way when I'm in my bed, I don't feel like I'm fucking boxed in. So you'll see whenever it's done. And there will be another window back there too, which will be nice. Alright guys, I gotta end this. I'm about to die. I will see you all on, I guess, my game stream, whoever joins it. Peace.